Good morning and hello. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday morning. We really appreciate that you have found your way to the Pathfinders. In case you're tuning into the Pathfinders, we are five coaches from different locations, different walks of life, and different specializations who have come together because of the common belief that with great power comes great responsibility. As you may have guessed from the quote, we are Spider Man fans who believe that it is our imperative responsibility to contribute and make a difference. I will begin the introductions with myself. I am Uzma Golindas, a certified ambition and unambiguity coach. Besides being your host for today, I'm extremely passionate about helping people with the issues that stand between them and their success. Being an English language trainer and a personality mentor, I also focus on confidence and communication related matters. A postgraduate from London, I currently live in the UAE. Pathfinder, the unblocked coach Hemant Jain, has been a change management consultant and a trainer with over 18 years of corporate experience. He has worked with large organizations undergoing transformation, focusing on the people side of change. Many working professionals find themselves stuck within glass walls and glass ceilings. So, through his coaching, Hemant helps them go higher and further in life and career. The next Pathfinder is Coach Jyotika Shetty. She is a strategic life coach, an international author, certified trainer, and an image consultant. She helps people achieve their next level performance. Academically, she holds an MBA from Manchester Business School and has an experience of over 20 years in corporate banking and entrepreneurship. Mohammad Saeed, the next Pathfinder, is an MBA with over 3 decades of international experience, a seasoned professional, an author, and a certified mind shift empowering coach. Saeed is passionate about reaching out and actively engaged in guiding people to overcome their life challenges through mind shift and transformation. Our final pathfinder is Coach Arif Hussain. He's a certified mindset and performance coach, an author, and a fitness enthusiast and mentor. He's a devoted family man and has been associated with the healthcare industry for over 20 years. He guides working professionals between the age of 25 to 45 years to achieve their health and professional goals. He is also the key speaker for today. I welcome you to week 3 of Bounce Back, which is a 10-part talk series where we, the Pathfinders, will be discussing with all of you the challenges that we as a society have faced during the pandemic. And I assure you that the outcome of these discussions will be relevant irrespective of the COVID situation. Today, we stand at episode 3, Zumba, where we look at the various health challenges that were bogging everyone down but have now been taken to another level by the pandemic and lockdown. I invite Arif to take over and speak his heart out. Arif?
What is that one quote which you have been hearing since time immemorial? The one I have been hearing is health is wealth. Is it same for you? It is now truer and more relevant than ever before. You know the reason. Even if you catch a cold in the current scenario, you would have to spend a significant amount of money to get yourself treated. Good morning, everyone. Before I start sharing the severity and significance of fitness and health with you, let me tell you my story. When I started earning in my early 20s, something changed very significantly. It changed my lifestyle. I could eat and drink at my own free will. Instead of my usual home cooked food, I started eating out more often. McD, KFC, pizza became my daily food. And how can I forget those chole bhature and shawarma? Drinking cola instead of water, as both costed the same, and of course, cola tasted and felt much better. I could drink that even in the Delhi winters. My most favorite addiction was Coke, and I'm talking about Coca-Cola. You know, it is difficult to abstain from something which you see your favorite actors using, isn't it? Then something unusual happened. I started feeling pain in my wrists, knees, lower back, and neck. I started experiencing pain even in my bones and muscles when I was just 25. Being a health enthusiast and a sports person, I felt miserable about my plight. More than the physical pain, I was feeling agonized, thinking what I have done wrong to reach to that point. I was diagnosed with hyperuricemia and fibromyalgia. For the audience, hyperuricemia is the condition where people have high uric acid levels, resulting in joint pain. In fibromyalgia, people feel widespread muscle pain and tenderness. The doctor told me I should stop eating all sorts of protein rich foods as they increase uric acid levels. He warned that I will have to be on medications for life, and in the old age, I would be having many other comorbid conditions. I could not accept it. Much like everyone else with a chronic illness in the beginning, or maybe I was not ready to give up biryani and other favorite non-veg dishes. I went to different specialists and got the same answer. I felt worse when I had to wear a belt and wristbands to support my joints and keep them warm. They say the biggest truth of life is death. I started thinking about it. Will this be the route to my death? I wondered. I was working in a healthcare company then and was dealing with medicines for several chronic illnesses. The more I came to know about different kinds of diseases, the more I started fearing of my illness. But somehow I was not ready to accept it and start on the medication. One day I decided to take ownership of my situation. I decided to change my lifestyle to test the waters for some time, thinking that if it did not work, I can any day start the medications. I said to myself that I would stick to the old beliefs, eating healthy, avoiding any junk, no beverages of any kind, no packaged food, enough water, balanced diet, that means protein, carbs, fiber, all in reasonable quantities. I decided to stick to raw fruits and vegetables without added sugar or anything else to enhance the taste. I learned and started swimming during the afternoon as I had no other time available for any kind of exercise. My pain started reducing. It took me about a year to get my reports to normal and get rid of the pain completely. Since then, I am following the same habits, remain active and work out often. Water is my most favorite beverage now. Fruits are my everyday go-to food. I have all the three meals with balanced macronutrients, nothing in excess and nothing less. I have recently started drinking tea and coffee at times, but cold drinks are a strict no. Sometimes I come across as very rude person when I tell hosts or friends that these soft drinks are like slow poison, but I have to do it. So here I am, even after 16, 17 years of being diagnosed with those diseases, I have no such pain. I may still have the underlying problems, but I'm happy that I was able to delay them with the small changes in my lifestyle and a change in my mindset. The option of starting medicines is still open, but that may have to wait for some more time now. All my problems had gone, or I thought so, till the lockdown happened because of the pandemic. As those things started to haunt me again, you know the reason. I was rarely active, working on Zoom all day long or watching TV. Workouts became boring and so inconsistent. Erratic sleep and eating habits. We are living in times that are like a game show. Each time we cross a difficulty, another challenge arises. We barely were surviving the junk attack and got to face the new pandemic assault. Immunity is everything nowadays. Zoom and other screen activities are taking up a lot of our time, whether it is education, formal and informal discussions, office meetings, all are done on Zoom, and dancing to the tune of Zoom has become the new Zumba. I would like to point out that it is so interesting to notice how all the good things in life are at least slightly challenging, and how the bad stuff is so easy to get attached to. It's so easy to lie down on the couch and watch TV for 3 hours, but so challenging to work out for even 15 minutes. It's so easy to enjoy eating French fries while cabbage or broccoli are too difficult to even put inside the mouth. Watching a movie or binge watching shows is so easy, but reading a book, it's so difficult. And studying, don't even ask about it. The more sugar you consume, the more you get addicted to it, right? But why do you never get addicted to beans, spinach, or zucchini, how much ever you may eat those? We need to be careful about the important things in life, because fighting bad habits is not as easy today as it may have been in the 20th century. Not just celebrities endorsing products, but also social trends are causing health issues. For example, you can add a few bucks and make any meal larger. Now, that was very fascinating for everyone when we were new to the whole junk food culture. It still is an attractive option for many, but this make it large trend is also making our waistlines large. Nobody warned us about that. People think if they have heard or seen something once, they have complete knowledge about it. Knowing is not the end. We need continuous enforcement of all the knowledge, learning, unlearning, and relearning, till the right knowledge becomes a belief and till the time we start implementing the right things. For example, most of the people say they believe God is omnipresent, but look at the crime rate, the corrupted minds around you. We all need constant reminders. I have worked in several healthcare companies, was a part of teams that launched new therapies in India for several chronic illnesses. The factors that were common in their treatment are acceptance of reality, taking ownership of life, and controlled lifestyle. All of these bring us to one point, that is, we all need a healthy mindset to live a healthy life. Now, there are a very simple 6 daily steps that you can help, no, that can help you to be more vigilant about your health. Number one, keep a check on your urine color, pressure, and quantity. This tells about your level of hydration. The darker it is, more dehydrated you are, and don't try to hold it in for long. Number two, bowel movement at least once a day. Is it constipated, liquid, or normal? Keep a check. Number three, being in the right weight range for your height. No excess of weight or even underweight. You should have clear skin, minus any pimples or any other kind of skin problems. Your energy levels throughout the day should be high. Absence of tiredness or laziness. And last, there should be no pain anywhere in the body. If you find any problems in these, then it's time to make some changes in your daily routine. And if problems persist, consult an expert, a doctor. People often feels salads are the only way to go if you need to look fit. So they think to look like this, your plate should look like this. But that's not true. There are 3 easy and simple steps you can take to remain healthy in the long run. I have discussed about them in detail in my book, 3 codes to live by for healthy life. Feed, move, rest. Be mindful of what you eat, drink, breathe for your body as well as your mind. Be active throughout the day. Use body as well as your brain. Have sufficient amount of rest. If you can't have enough sleep during night, make sure to meditate to give yourself breaks. A few mindful breaths are all you require to recharge yourself. But make sure you have sufficient sleep whenever you get an opportunity. I have come a long way since I had pain for the first time. Now so much is said about my energy, never get tired attitude, and no excess baggage, whether on body or mind. But I want to tell you the truth. If I want to remain healthy and active till the last day of my life, I have to keep following the right things and do not let myself slip into the oblivion, even if I am locked inside a room, pandemic or no pandemic. It's actually not at all difficult to become fitter and healthier than you are today. Of course, some adjustments are required, but they are not as difficult as many people assume. You are the result of everything you have done till now, and you will be the result of things you choose from now. So choose wisely. All you need to do is mind your mindset.
That definitely deserves a huge round of applause. Arif shared his personal story, his experience, and how he actually dealt with the health problems that he faced. Before I ask my co coaches, I would like to ask the audience to share their experience with respect to any health problems that they have faced before or during the pandemic and what happened after that. I am waiting for your answers in the chat. My question to my fellow coaches is, what health problems have you faced in the past, before or during the pandemic, and what are your learnings from those? I'll start with Jyotika.
Hi, Uzma. Very good morning, and good morning to all our audience present here today. Well, pandemic, pandemic has come with a lot of surprises to me. The first one being the last year was the first year that we had this pandemic, and I was happy at home, relaxing. And then after a few months, when I actually stepped out, I realized that happiness was not really the kind of happiness I should be happy with, because I was not able to walk. I could not wear a simple closed shoe because my legs were aching so badly, my feet was hurting so badly, and I realized that was really heading to a wrong situation. And this was all because I was confined to my home, my 15-inch screen, and really not thinking too much about what I should be doing practically when we are in a situation like this. And that brought in there are a lot of other situations as well, which I'll discuss along the way. But this is the first thing that I felt, and it was quite scary that I was actually not able to walk. My feet was hurting, and I was not even able to wear closed shoes. So this is my first experience.
Okay. That is scary actually, Jyotika. I mean, suddenly you walk out and you realize you cannot walk. That's something. I asked the same question to Hemant. What were your challenges and what did you learn from that?
For me, it came as a late realization. Uh, in January of this year, 2021, I was hit by COVID. And surprisingly, the most severe of the pains was my back pain, overpowering everything else. I couldn't walk a few steps to the washroom also. That bad a back pain. And that's when I realized that the last 1 year has actually caused a lot of harm on my back, even without me realizing it. And of course, that was all because of the constant sitting in front of the laptop, attending all the meetings, and even that little movement which was there in office, hopping from one meeting to another, was no longer there because all the meetings were there in front of the laptop. So that was the one big thing. The second one, of course, I began to realize that whenever I was reading something, I had to remove my spectacles, take that sheet of paper absolutely close to my eyes and read them. My near sight had suffered a lot, I was becoming nearsight in that way. But that also led to my headaches returning. Headaches which I thought I had left in the past, they kind of make it a comeback along with these eye problems. So these were the major things from a health perspective, which kind of, troubled me.
Oh, that's serious. Actually, back problems and eye problems are very common, especially during the pandemic. Said, what has been your experience and learning? You are muted, Said.
Yeah, good morning, Usman. Good morning to everybody else. Yes, as Hemant said, I too have back issues since long. But then, what the real problem was when the pandemic started and when we started to work from home. What we did not realize is that we are sitting for long, and we are sitting for long, and we are not doing it properly also. One day I was in some session. It went on for more than 4 hours, and when I got up, I found my feet swollen like footballs, and that is the first time I realized that yes, the way I'm doing things are wrong, and it has its impact on me. And as I said, I already have a condition which I usually take care. So that's the first realization. And yes, this is all has kind of, already man is very much fond of a sedentary life, or easy to fall for sedentary life. And this has given all the things that you need to become sedentary. And realization and action is very important here. And yes, thankfully I realized it early, and I got over it.
Yeah. And like I said, back problems are very common. Hemant, I would like to ask you again. You spoke about back and eye problems, which, like we discussed, are extremely common, but still very serious issues. So, which of the two affected you more, and how did you handle it?
So for me, the back problem I realized only when I was hit by COVID. So I realized that if I didn't do anything now, it would only aggravate. So I started consciously getting up from my seat every half an hour. Now, being in back-to-back meetings or so, sometimes it gets difficult. But then I started making excuses just to get that 1 minute off after the 30-minute meeting, or a middle of the meeting, 30 minutes. I would like, okay, just coming back, and I would just take a round in my house and come back. So I made that the conscious effort of going around in the house. For eyes, unfortunately, there's no escape. Like between the mobile phone and the laptop, both instruments being kept very close to the eye, at least what I did was I reduced the intensity, the brightness of the screen to bare minimum. And on the mobile, I even found the settings for switching off the blue light. So those are things which I have done. Yeah, pretty much that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, there is no escaping Zoom, and in fact, you can't even make excuses these days. Oh, you're not well, so you'll not be attending a certain meeting, because it's from the comfort of your home, and you have to attend, right? Eyes are often neglected when we speak about health, much like mental well-being. But that is a topic for another day, and we have more episodes lined up, right? So, getting back to eyes, Arif, can you step in and guide us through a few anywhere, anytime eye exercises that everyone can do? Audience, please join in, because you won't have to leave your couch for this. So, you can put your videos on if you want to.
Eyes, as Hemant described, it's becoming a nuisance actually. There's a screen for the eyes. So there are very simple steps which specialists recommend. For example, you can blink your eyes often. Okay, so that will keep your eyes wet and will help, of course. Close your eyes for a while, while you are attending meetings, right? Nobody will get to know. And while attending these meetings, or when you are on phone, move your eyes away from the screen. You can do that at least when you are hearing somebody. Maybe when you are talking, you have to look at the camera, but otherwise you can look here and there, and probably that will save your eye for some moment. If possible, move out, whenever you have breaks or something. Focus on some object at least 200 meters away, and then on something which is very close to you. Do that a few times. So it will be a good exercise for your eyes. Then, there are options in phones and laptops to put off the blue light. You can keep them off permanently, right? And when you are sleeping, sleep in dark rooms. Now there is just one exercise which I want everyone, if they can do. Now close your eyes, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, and then open your eyes. Again to close. Repeat this 20 times. Okay, so whenever you get break, do one of the two at least. Okay, this 20 repetitions of closing and opening your eyes, or that long distance and short distance exercise. This will help. But if you are having major issues, go and see a doctor.
Yes, of course. And I think that's also a good way of not looking at people you may be upset with. So on Zoom meetings, obviously, you cannot even give someone a cold shoulder properly. So you can just tell them, oh, I'm exercising my eyes, but in your mind, you don't want to look at their face. Anyway, Saeed, you spoke about preferring to, sitting is strenuous for the spine, and it is actually the most strenuous stance for your spine. Lying down or standing is better. So, what is your take on this whole work from home experience, and what has been your biggest hack?
Usma, actually, my back problem started long time ago, about 12, 15 years ago. Where when I got it in the gym when I was lifting weight. I did it wrong, of course. And when I got it, every doctor told me that you cannot bend, you cannot carry more than 2 kilos of weight, and you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do that, you don't do that. Too many don'ts. And then I said, like, this is not life. I can't live like that. So I had to fight back. So I, first of all, I avoid sitting long. And when you have to sit, you need to sit properly. So for that, you need to arrange yourself. What happened is when the pandemic started, we thought it's for a short while. But the week turned into month turned into a year. Now it's more than a year and a half. We are still in this pandemic.
Yes.
And the way it is going, it is here to stay. And because many companies may actually want you to work from home, they don't want to spend on office anymore. So you need to equip yourself accordingly. Like, when you go to office, there is a proper furniture there where you sit and work. Okay. Since you're working that long hours or probably more long hours than that from home, you need to arrange yourself properly at home to work. You need to arrange the proper desk and you need to arrange the proper chair to sit and work. So one thing that I always do is that I stand and work most of my time. Okay. So because I am used to that, I have arranged myself a table where I can adjust the height of the table. So right now I'm standing. Okay. Most of the time you'll find me standing. I stand and work. And if that is not there, it's not only it's one table that I have, but if you come to my place, you will know that in my bedroom also I have an arrangement where I can stand and work. And if I go to hall, also I have arrangement where I can stand and work, because I basically arrange some curtains where I can put my laptop and stand and work. So I think advantage of standing is that, you're not only
Oh, I think Hemant lost his connection.
Hi, Pradeep sir. Can I speak? Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, I'm Pradeep sir.
Yes,
During
Pradeep.
pandemic, I was 5 to 6 hours. But that as it is, and it went on months together. So I learned some exercises for next exercises. After doing it for 15 to 20 days, I recovered. Now I'm cautious and not spending so much time to the mobile or iPad. Just and taking after 1 hour, 15-minute break, then again doing exercise and 15-minute break. That if you take care of whatever problem is during the beginning, it will be cured definitely. Yes.
Yes, of course. Not letting things run for a long time does help. If you let the problem go on, it will aggravate, of course.
Otherwise, you have to go to the doctors, and they'll say they use collarbones, traction, this and that. I have suffered a lot 3 years back, but now I'm already recovered. by just doing the exercises. So this is my message to everybody, to take care of our body, and body will help you. It will respond accordingly.
Yeah, yes,
So thank you very much.
no problem. Said, also, I'm a little bit curious to see your table. I mean, you said you have this table that you use for standing and working.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you show it to us if possible?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Can you see that?
You will have to
Sorry, let
remove.
me remove the
Yeah,
background.
yeah. Because of the background, everything becomes like the emperor's new clothes. You know, you can see nothing.
This is table. So it has a lever through which I can bring it down or take it up. All right. And yeah. But otherwise also you can arrange on any table, you put a curtain and start working standing.
Yeah, that's what I have been doing. I couldn't get a new table because I wasn't sure how long my work from home will be. So I just took an Amazon carton, a box in which you keep ordering things. I just placed 2 of them on my table, and on top of that, the laptop happened. So there were
that's
some
what I
times
have in my,
when I could work standing also.
in my bedroom I have that, in my hall I have that.
Yeah, that's actually a good arrangement. You can, you can invest in a table if you are sure that you have a back problem, you have had it in the past for a long time. It will definitely help. Jyotika, my question is to you. What have your challenges been during this whole work from home scene, and what has been your observation?
Well, first of all, thank you for the question, Uzma. I mentioned to you what my observation is, but before that, I'd like to just touch upon one small word that you mentioned earlier, that is cold shoulder, right? You mentioned that you can't even give cold shoulder. Now, there was a study which probably was a study that was just randomly done by some German academics in 2014. And what they said is, in their study, they found out that a person who comes even 1.2 seconds late to a Zoom call is meant or is found to be unfriendly and rude. So this actually translates to something what really is happening in 2020. So you look at the kind of frictions that are coming up. The study actually found out a person who's even 1.2 seconds late perceive them as less friendly and rude. So coming back to your question, well, there have been many, and I would say that actually the Zoom culture has converted into us to be zombies. Zombies who have lost track of time, zombies who have lost track of our food routine, and a lot of other things. And for me, like Pradeep mentioned, I was actually suffering from cervical spondylosis big time, because I had to do a project which required me to be on site or sitting in front of the computer for about 12 hours for about 15 days. And I probably was not sitting in the right way, or it was too much for me, and I completely was on the bed for about 15 days, and only after physiotherapy and all of this I recovered. So Zoom fatigue is another thing that has come into our life, I think, because of the stress that is coming up and constant headache. People don't realize it, but at least for me, eyesight has been a big problem, and constant headache, nagging headache, you don't know what the reason is, but that is persisting always because of the screen time that you have. Now, NordVPN has conducted a study which actually found out that the average working hour or time of people during the week has increased by 25%, which itself shows that people are really not aware of what is happening, or probably they're aware and they feel that it's not within their control. But for some reason, people are letting it happen to them and actually erasing the demarcation that is there between work and life, or rather work and their health. So my health challenges have been my back, my leg, my eyesight, and probably if I let it loose, the other parts of the body as well. But I have taken charge of it, and I have, you see, today I'm in my sports gear to do some exercise, but I have been consciously going for a walk. I must confess, not for the past couple of days, but I do make it a point that I am active during the time, walk around, drink water as much as possible, keep myself hydrated. But at the end of the day, understand that you are a human being and you have to first take care of yourself, because if you take care of yourself, then you will be in a position to do everything else. So I think don't let yourself to be zombies, just remain as human beings and take care of yourself. Over to you, Isma.
You said zombies, right? I mean, that just, I just cannot help it, but that brings that visual to my mind that zombies don't really have a great posture, right? They always
Yes, and
took it
that's
from,
exactly
from all angles and all sides.
yes, and that's exactly what we're doing. I mean, look at your posture. My daughter has to remind me, looking at me, she says, "Mom, sit straight." And I'm like, okay, now my daughter is my teacher. She's so many times she's come up to me and reminded me, "Mummy, sit straight." So that really shows that what a bad posture that I have without even knowing that I'm actually sitting in a very wrong way. So I think it's just a bit of awareness that we have to create and a conscious effort to step out of the not so healthy routine that we have been accustomed to.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Before we require mummification, that is, bandages all over our body to keep
I
us
will,
safe. I think it's best to.
Uzma, I like to talk. I totally agree with Jyotika. I suffered a cold shoulder, means I couldn't move my hand and backward, and I was an active person. Because of all this technology can have a bad effect on you. You get stuck to one chair and you are continuously next to the screen. So, what Jyotika suggested, I'm experiencing, I'm out of that, I recovered, and it's very good. Personal care is very, very important. Very
Of course.
important.
Absolutely.
Of course. I mean, health
Absolutely,
comes
Sucheta.
first. Health comes first.
Health
If you are
comes
well, you'll be able to do other things well, right?
other things. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it would be an irony, rather a contradiction, to have a session named Zumba and not have any physical workout at all, right? So, guys, it's time to leave your chairs and couches alone. And being a health enthusiast, I'm sure Arif is looking forward to this. So, Arif, please take us through a small routine.
Yes, I would happily do that, but it will be better if we can all keep our videos open and let's do it together.
Yes, yes, of course.
And I'll have to remove my background.
Also stand up, right? We can't do it sitting.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
So everybody
Not
in the
eye exercises
audience,
anymore.
videos on. This is the time for all the videos to be on.
Am I visible?
Yeah, you are visible.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Let's start with simple warm up. Okay. For that, just rotate your wrist, and just to add something to it, you can go up and then while rotating backwards, bring it to the front. So rotate your neck. So the idea is that all your joints get a good warm up before you actually start something.
Ladies and gentlemen, those who are not on video, please come on video if you can. I mean, if you're sitting in office, I won't ask you to do that. But if you can, please come on video. Please participate in these exercises also.
Stretch your arms and exhale. Exhale and then hold. You are not allowed to breathe now for a while. Exhale completely and now swing on both sides without taking any breaths.
Arif, don't forget to ask us to inhale again.
Now you can. Right. Okay. Now again stretch your arms on both the sides. This time you don't have to hold your breath. You just keep breathing and stretch. Go back as much as possible. Hold. Other side. Look as far as you can and hold. Okay. Now stretch up. Stretch up. Stretch your spine completely. Your shoulders, elbows, your wrists. Give a good stretch to all the joints. Okay. And now try to touch the ground with your fingertips, with your all 5 fingers, or maybe your palm if possible. Relax. Was that a good stretch? Now lift your knees up and hold. You can take support of some wall. Bring as close to your chest as possible.
Arif, the stomach is coming in the way.
You can touch your stomach. Now, rotate your ankle. Both directions. The other leg. Lift it and rotate your ankles. Okay, so that was complete body warm-up. There are a few set of exercises. The best one is, the strengthening exercise that you require. So we'll do some push-ups. Are you ready?
Ready?
Okay, let's do it. Let's do maybe 5 push-ups.
5? Arif, Uzma had said some simple things.
As you can see, you cannot see me anymore.
We're doing wall ups, not
So,
push ups.
so there is
We're
Yeah,
holding
that's a
the
good
wall.
idea.
chance of cheating, Arif,
If you are not comfortable with doing it on the ground, you can use the wall, or maybe you can do on the sofa. Okay.
I'll start with the wall.
Yeah, you can even use your table actually.
That's
Simple
kind
band,
on
whatever.
Hemant's tummy. The wall is kind on Hemant's tummy.
Okay, so this exercise was for your upper part, your arms and the upper part.
Yeah.
Now for legs, the best exercise is doing squats. So let's do few squats. Four, 5. Do as much as you can. How do you feel?
Oh,
Good.
I think I really need
Okay.
to exercise.
If you don't want to do these two, there is one single exercise which we have spoken earlier also that will take care of whole body strengthening. Just one exercise. So what you have to do is jump and take your feet back, do a push-up, bring your feet and again jump. That's
Like
one.
Surya Namaskar.
That's English Surya Namaskar, which is called
Okay.
burpees. Which is called
Burpees.
burpees.
Okay.
So this is the McDonald version of Surya Namaskar.
McDonald's, yes,
Exactly.
fast food version.
Yeah, but do you know how many burpees you are supposed to do? There's actually a formula for
good.
burpees. There's a formula for burpees, and it's like the number of burpees that you're supposed to do is directly proportional to the number of burps that you have had after consumption of junk food.
Oh my God.
तो जितनी बार आए उतनी burpees करो.
Whose formula is this, Uzma?
Mine. I'm going to get it patented actually.
Okay. So you can choose any of the strengthening exercises, and you should add. You must end the exercises with the stretching.
Arre,
Okay. So
something is left.
simple. Yeah.
Okay.
A few simple stretching exercises. Okay. Just bend down and try to touch your knees from your head.
Arif,
Something easy, Arif.
Okay. It's okay. Try.
Arif, you're stretching it too further. I mean, too far.
You will enjoy it and you will improve. Okay. Next is bring your leg up and hold.
That's okay.
Other leg.
This is okay.
Stretch on your thighs. Now, hold your palms like this, and at the back, stretch, lift your arms up, hold. Do the same thing up, overhead. Give a good stretch. Relax and do the same in front. Okay, done. Done for today.
Thank you.
These stretches actually, Jyotika, very good for your spondylitis.
Yes.
I have been saved from any kind of medication or anything because this is a teacher's disease, right? Spondylitis.
Yes.
So 99% of the teachers have it.
Agree,
And
totally agree.
these stretches that we did and the neck rotation, they have kept me at bay.
You're
And actually
right,
shows
Arunaji.
Yeah.
Teachers, people who are sitting for a very long time.
Because actually what happens,
who are-
your notebook is there and you're looking at it and you're always in a very wrong position most of the time.
True. The people who have to ride bike a lot, covering long distances, even people who use cars for a long time, so it's must for them.
I think whoever is in one position needs to do this, whatever you are doing ultimately.
Can I show some exercises what I am doing for spondylitis?
Yep.
If you permit.
Just that we have 5 minutes to go only.
No, I will take only half a minute. And it is very
all right. Yeah.
simple. Your neck rotation, what Arif has told, just modified. This one, this. No backward forward bending is avoided for spondylitis. And another is this one. Press this by this here, push here in this side and this like this. Out of 10. Again from this side. Similarly from back, push back backward and front side. Similarly this. This will be helpful because I am doing it regularly. I am now okay. Spondylitis is coupled with this shoulder, frozen shoulder also. Whenever there is some frozen shoulder, spondylitis will occur. Because I had a left frozen shoulder on the left hand side, and spondylitis also both were linked. So we have to do those shoulder exercises also.
Thank you, Pradeep. Thank you very much.
Thank you for those exercises, Pradeep ji. That was really great. Before we move on to the question and answer round, we would like you all to have a look at what's coming up next week. Next Saturday, 11 a.m. India time.
Zumba is missing today. Next time, Zumba.
It's love 24/7. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that's an interesting topic for a lot of people. You have to tell us how much is too much, but that's going to happen next week. Now I open the floor for our audiences to ask the question. Obviously, people who have their videos on will be able to speak to us directly, to any of the coaches. And questions in the chat are also very welcome. Go on.
Yes, any questions in the chat?
Anyone who's would like to ask any questions, you can put it in the chat, or you could unmute yourself and directly ask the question.
Yeah, I want to tell one thing. During pandemic, where our lungs are not strong enough. So
Please,
for
please,
lung,
can you introduce yourself first, because we don't know who's speaking.
I am Pradeep Saha.
Okay,
I'm a
Pradeep.
certified coach. And yes, Arif knows me very well, everybody. And so first time I joined this group and I was excited. Really, it is very much helpful to everybody. I'm doing so many exercises in yoga and meditation. And now I'm 71 years of age. And I'm inspiring others from my age to remain fit and avoid medicines doctor. And I have written a book, How to Live 100 Years. And I have
Fantastic,
elaborated
fantastic.
everything in that book. Yes.
So, Pradeep sir, you had a question?
No, I had not a question. I had a suggestion for you.
Okay.
People. The suggestion is that in the pandemic, everybody's why the death is occurring, because this lungs are capacity is weak. So we have to improve our lungs capacity to inhale and exhale. When it is strong, then you can overcome. No need of this ventilator or oxygen not required. So only one thing, I used to go in the morning walk. I had a group of 20 people. I was in Kolkata 2 months back. Now I'm at Patna and confined in the house. So I am not able to go outside. So I go to the morning walk and we had a laughing club there. Everybody laughs and claps and they're doing physical exercises. There I do two pranayama. That is very important. So that is called Bhastrika pranayama and Kapalbhati. If you do it, the lungs, strength of lungs will increase. So that is very simple. 10 times you do it, this is enough. Just like this, inhale, exhale. 10 times, break 10 times, 30 times. Okay? And another is Kapalbhati. This you all know, I think. This is you exhale and inhale, this it will go inside and outside. When you exhale, it will go inside. When you inhale, it is outside. These two pranayams you do, your lungs strength will improve. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
again,
Thank you very
Pradeep ji.
much.
There's the Google form. The link is in the chat box. Please fill out the form and let us know what would you want to see from our side. Any questions?
Uzma, I have something to say. It's not a question, but just my health, how it deteriorated.
Seerat, I think, right? Seerat, I recognize your
Yes,
voice.
yes,
I
this
can't
is
see you,
Seerat
but
here.
I know it's you. Yes, Seerat.
Hi, everybody. This is Seerat. Okay, I was saying that you almost touched all the points that everybody's suffering from due to the, the Zoom sessions that happen. But what I experienced is, other than that, of course, like Jyotika said, my eyesight gone for a toss. So I've got specs after 1 year. And another thing is, I have another issue with my right hand, which is something I never heard of before, which is a carpal tunnel. If my hand goes numb, and somebody who keeps their wrists always like this, maybe on a desktop or maybe doing any kind of work, suddenly in between it goes numb. And I can't hold anything minute now, like a needle or a thread or anything which is very, something which requires specific holding. I have lost my sensations in my fingertips.
Seerat,
And
have
I
you
have
been
exercises to do on
have you been
that.
using a laptop or a mobile for prolonged periods?
Of course, my laptop is
Also,
not the one, it's the mobile.
Right.
So mobile is what is happening. Like
Yeah,
I
so
haven't
the
I've been screen staring for like.
Yeah, so the carpal tunnel syndrome is something which has been talked about over like for the past 20 years. I remember 20 years ago when I joined an IT company, we were being told about the carpal tunnel syndrome, which is constantly our hands are in the same position, whether it's your mobile phone now or earlier the laptop, and only the fingers keep moving. And the positioning is also not right. And the continuous single position movement is what results in a very severe kind of a phenomenon when it is extended over several years period. So yeah, I can completely understand that's what you were going through. And just any questions, if somebody has, then we can take a question, because we are coming to almost to the end of our session. And it shouldn't happen that somebody has a question and we have not taken it. Masood sir has a question. Arif, are your exercises okay for persons suffered from stroke and having thyroid problems?
These are the exercises. So first of all, thank you, Masudi, for asking this question. It's an important question. So whatever I have shown, these exercises are for people who are like normal or who have some major or maybe some minor physical problems. Okay. When you're talking about these conditions like stroke or myocardial infarction or thyroid problem, so their exercise help, but you need to go very slow and ask a doctor what all exercises you can do first, and build your strength slowly. You cannot just start these exercises, but warm up and stretching, those things you can do, not the strengthening one which we did in the midsection.
Stretching also serves as cooling down. So like it's important to gradually get your body temperature up. It's also important to get it down gradually rather than just going cold at once.
A gentle reminder and a request to all members, if you can fill the feedback form, it helps us improve the bounce back sessions. I'm just posting the link again in the chat.
Today I'm seeing Geeta here for the first time. Maybe she can say something.
Today, it is my first time I attended this class, Zumba class. It's nice. To begin with, we have to start with loosening exercise or warm-up exercises. So especially in winter season, our blood circulation may be less because iron supplement is less, those who are anemic. So numbness and some mineral deficiency also leads to numbness in the body. I feel very happy it's very important to allow our blood to be circulated all over the body. Exercise is very important. Along with that, we have to give importance for our nutrition also. So care of our eyes, care of our joints is very, very important, and strengthening our diaphragm. And we have to learn specifically related to different ailments like cardiovascular endurance improving exercises, and then wrist joint means the strengthening exercises. It's very much essential for us to improve the strength, vitality, and vigor. So it's very nice. And even we have to practice some cleansing procedures like the removal of toxins. Usually the excessive intake of water helps in removing toxins from the body. Yeah, I did not introduce myself now. I'm Geeta. I'm a microbiologist actually. I'm also a yoga instructor. I will be concentrating more on nutrition. I'll be teaching nutrition subject to my students, microbiology, genetics and pathology also. So I give more importance for improving our health. So it is very nice. I felt very happy being with all of you. Arif, Hemant Kumar, and Hemant. Actually, Jyotika invited me to attend this Zumba class today. I felt really happy. We forget to practice regularly. Anyway, I got one the group to practice regularly. It's very nice to be in touch with all of you people.
It was
Thank you
great
so
having
much.
you, Geeta.
Yeah,
It was great to
thank
have
you.
you.
Thank you, Uzma.
Yeah, it's 12 past. Yeah.
Yeah, just past 12. So any more questions? Anything that you want to speak to us about? Well, that looks like a satisfied audience, right? Everyone is so quiet. It looks like the teacher has just delivered a very effective lecture and everyone is like, no questions.
It reminds me of
No,
what the teacher
actually,
used to say, that when there are no questions, either everybody has understood everything or nothing.
that's exactly what I was about to say. That's exactly what I was about to say.
I do know we have a smart audience and this was not a rocket science class, so everyone has understood everything.
Absolutely.
Sure.
No, Kapali wants to say
Absolutely.
something, I think. She came on a camera now.
Sayed, you caught me.
Kakoli Das.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we are about to conclude our session. So all those who have not come on camera yet, this
No,
is your chance.
I was on and off because my daughter was outside and she was like jumping around. So I was like, okay, let me just switch off the camera. But no, I think this was my first session I attended. So congratulations to all 5 of you. It's amazing. I just personally not connected with Uzma, but I know all of you. So it was really amazing to see you all this, and always heard that entire our reformer gang is here. Hemant is very much aware of it, that we always talk like this. But it was wonderful that you guys started this. And I liked the session, of course, because a lot of things we are aware of, but we tend to forget and don't do it, like practice thing, we miss out on it. We know all these things because as a coach, as a like parent and all, we know all these things, we tell this to our kids, but when it comes to us, we totally ignore it. So yeah, this sort of quick session is very much important, and we should also participate properly, that I am missing out on. So thanks a lot, all of you, to remind us, knock us on our head and tell us that, okay, guys, you need to do it. So that's it. Thank you very much, all of you.
Great to see you, Kakuli.
See you.
I think we should have a picture before people decide to switch their cams off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Afzar, Afreen, Abdurrab, Sarah, Ambareen, if you can come on video for just a few moments. Thank you, Afzar. Sarah, Afreen, Abdurrab.
Thank you, sir.
1 second. Okay, so she wants to say hello, and then I'm also saying bye-bye to all of you. Say.
Hi.
Okay. Chalo, bye, guys. I just need to give her some more time. So bye. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Kakoli. Bye.
Okay. Picture taken. We can officially conclude the session. Uzma, over to you.
Okay, so you guys were a lovely audience, and it was a great session. I hope we answered all the questions. Anyone who wanted to interact with us got the opportunity to do that. And this is the official end. We'll stop the recording, but you can still go ahead and talk to us. We can just mingle a little bit if you choose to do that. So let's go ahead.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you.